Hey, what's up, guys? This is Palermo from Foul Mouth Football, as always, with my boy Chris Coupare, aka Cooper.
What's up, guys? What's happening?
Nah, man, been a
Oh,
while
brother.
since we last made a video here, man. What
Been a long
happened
time.
there?
Well, we're bitter. We're
Yeah, it's
bitter
all
fans.
right. That's makes sense. Yeah, bitter Detroit Lions fan. What are you gonna do, man?
Oh man, it's been rough
Bitter
years.
Dolphins fan.
Yeah, hasn't been
That's
great.
that's all right, man. We figured we'd probably do a quick video here on the AFC NFC Championship. We'll pick
Yep.
against the spread. We'll do our quick little wrap about each team and call it a day for this video. But figured we want to just get some content out there because you guys honestly we check on it every so often. The fact that we have 205 subscribers is awesome.
Yeah,
We really do appreciate that.
it.
So anybody who's watching this video right now, if you could please hit that subscribe button for us. We are going to try to get more content, especially in the off season. Once the Super Bowl is over, maybe we'll do a quick little, mock draft for the new coming teams players for each team. So we can do stuff like that, but really do appreciate it. Hit that follow button or that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So Coop, you want to go ahead and start with the first game here? We're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals at the Chiefs.
Yeah, man.
Kansas City Chiefs at 3:00 tomorrow. The spread is 7.
Crazy.
Chiefs -7 at home.
You think the Chiefs? I think they that game last week. You think they burned it all last week? That was unbelievable. I think honestly the best game I've ever seen in the playoff, in my opinion.
Sure, I agree with you on that for sure.
Crazy. I think this is. I don't think the Chiefs blow them out by any means. I think the Bengals are sneaky good offense. Defense gets the job done. But I can't go against the Chiefs. So I think the Chiefs still win outright, but I think the Bengals keep it close. I really do. I like Burrow. I like where they're at. And they're in a position where a team that nobody really expected to get this far anyways. And now here they are. No pressure, nothing to lose. I mean, you go in and you see what happens, really. Where the Chiefs, it's, what is this? Their 4th championship game in a row at home. Freaking nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they got, I'm not saying the pressure's on them, but a little more. They're expected to go out. They're expected to take care of business. And I just think it's going to be a closer game than that 7-point spread. And what's the over on this? The
54.5 I got.
Yeah, I'm going to say over. I'm going to say This is a high scoring game again. Chiefs defense looked absolutely atrocious last week.
Terrible. That's been their, that's been their Achilles heel the whole entire year.
Whole year. So yeah,
what are you going to throw?
Game, taking
what do you got for a game total? What do you think the actual outcome's going to be?
Actual outcome of the game, I'm going to say it's going to be like a 35 to like 20, 28, something right around there. I think it's going to be high scoring. I really do.
All right. So right at that 7-point spread.
Right at the 7-point. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, I got to tell you, man, just as we were talking before we started making this video, or right in the start of this video, I really think Kansas City blew their load against the Bills, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think they could only get worse from here. I don't know why. I just don't like them. I don't like them I think they live and die by Patrick Mahomes and what he does. He gets hot towards he scores the points when he needs to.
Yep.
Right. That's good. But I think a team like Cincinnati and what they've been able to do in the last few weeks, dude, they're blowing up right now, man. Like, I absolutely love that team. I think Joe Burrow is like the future of football, and I think it's awesome to see. These young quarterbacks are really, really good, and I love it. I honestly think that the Bengals go in to Kansas City and win, bro.
Oh,
I do.
Really?
I hope they do.
Oh, I hope they do too. I'm
taking them. I'm taking them +7, no doubt.
Wow. That game last week, though, I felt like it was so. They were just, those two teams were clearly the two best teams in the AFC. It's just, but like you said, was it such a hyped game that now it's like, now you come in and you kind of expect to win.
You oversee this opponent.
Yeah.
You overlook them. You know what I mean? It's always those teams that get overlooked that end up being the most dangerous, right? This team reminds me of the Arizona Cardinals back when Kurt Warner brought them to the Super Bowl as a wild card team. Yeah. I think they were 8-8 or like 9-7 or something like that. Then nobody expected them to go anywhere. And they went to the Super Bowl and they almost beat the freaking Steelers. Right?
Is that the Santonio Holmes catch?
Yeah. That was the one where Larry Fitzgerald scored with like a minute and a half left to go, or whatever it is. And then Big Ben brought it downfield and freaking scored at the corner of the end zone.
Give me the chills a little bit. I love that.
I know. That was a great Super Bowl. That's what I think. Cincinnati reminds me of a team like the Rams back then, or I'm sorry, the Cardinals back then.
Yeah.
And they're a team that are being overlooked. They have a young core of players with Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase. Incredible. I mean, that kid's a once in a lifetime talent, which is awesome. Good to see that.
You think it's too big of a stage right now for those guys a little bit?
I really don't. I mean, look at Joe Burrow's record, right? The kid went, I mean, I think he won like 3 state championships in Ohio.
Yeah, he's been in the big games.
He went to Ohio State and said, screw this. I'm not sitting behind somebody. And he transferred over to LSU and won a national championship.
Smoking cigars.
Yeah. Won the freaking Heisman Trophy, was the #1 pick. And now within 2 years of him being there, they went from the #1 pick to the AFC championship.
That's insane.
Come on.
I know. And he was injured.
He was injured last year.
ACL.
The #2 pick actually injured him.
Oh,
Chase Young, right at the goal line.
Yeah.
He injured him. #1. He got hit by #2.
I'd like to see it, man. I mean, I definitely am pulling for the Bengals. I like them over the Chiefs.
Same.
I can't go against Mahomes right now after that
And
performance last week.
Here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Kansas City Chiefs win like a huge game. Like, I don't want them to see him blow the Cincinnati Bengals out. And I would hate to see the rest of the game, the cameras focusing in on Patrick Mahomes' brother Jackson, or whatever his name is.
Oh,
I can't do it.
With the wife, isn't he always hanging
with the wife on the sideline doing TikToks? I'm done.
I can't do it.
Get rid of the kid. Okay.
Terrible.
Get rid of him. I get so uncomfortable when they show him. I can't do it. So just for the fact that I don't want to see Jackson Mahomes for the rest of the season, okay, I want the Bengals to win.
The Bengals.
So I'm taking the Bengals +7. I personally think they went outright, but I definitely think they cover the spread.
Okay.
And I'm with you. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a shootout. I think they do cover the 54.5. I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of a 32 to like 28 ball game, something like that. Okay. It's going to be a close one, but I hope Cincinnati. I'm taking Cincinnati. So that's where I'm
with you.
AFC champions going to the Super Bowl.
All right, Bengals Super Bowl.
That's the 3 o'clock. Yep, that's the 3 o'clock game right there. All right, next game we have is the NFC Championship. We got the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Los Angeles Rams at 6:30.
Yep.
The point spread here is Rams -3.5. Over under is 45.5, which I think is a little bit low. But what's your take on that?
Isn't Super Bowl SoFi Stadium this year?
Sure is.
So if Rams get it, that would be 2 years in a row. That
2 teams.
That's crazy. Bucks last
Tampa,
year. Yeah. I'm taking the Rams. I know the Niners, as we were talking about before we started, swept them this year, but I just think there's something about this team right now. I really like them. I like the way they play. I don't trust Jimmy G in big games, although he's played okay. The Niners front four is pretty legit though, man. They put a lot of pressure on Rodgers, and they took care of a really good quarterback. And I just think the Rams are different. I think they're well-rounded right now. I think they got a good D. I think they got the good offense. I like Stafford. I just don't want to see that Stafford, as you know, once in a while he gets to those games where it might be a little too big for him, and he tends to play a little different.
Yep.
I'm sure you've seen that a couple times.
One too many times, unfortunately, because being a big Detroit Lions fan, seeing that kid when he's done in Detroit, I mean, he's been absolutely polarizing at times, but then other times just absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, you just don't know which one.
Yeah. So you're taking the Rams then to cover the 3.5?
The Rams cover the 3, but the under. I don't know if it's going to be. For some reason, I'm not seeing a big shootout game. Okay. I don't know why. I think the Niners and Rams D's are pretty decent.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I think Matty Stafford gets to the Super Bowl for the first time in his career. God bless him. I'm happy for him, dude. Has
he ever been to a championship game before? Did he ever?
As a spectator,
but he made the playoffs for the Lions a couple times, right?
Twice.
Never won.
No, wait a minute. 3 times. We played against the Cowboys in the wild card game. We got screwed out of that. We played against the New Orleans Saints. We lost. We got crushed against the Saints. That was his first playoff appearance. We went down to New Orleans, got crushed by Drew Brees and the Saints. And then next year, or 2 years after that, we went to Dallas and got screwed out of that pass interference call on Brandon Pettigrew. And then after that, we did play against Seattle back in like 2017 or 16 or something like that.
So it's been a little bit since you've seen
I've seen Stafford in a playoff game, let alone a championship game. I mean, this is his first year he's ever had a playoff win. So, I mean, he's got 2 now. So beat the defending Super Bowl champs last week in their home. Now
He
he's going to
clutched it.
SoFi. Yeah, he did, man. Him and Cooper Kupp. I got to tell you, my take about 2 months ago was completely wrong. I'll be, 100% transparent here. When they first brought Von Miller over, he was not fitting the system right, but now he looks like he's doing what he needs to do. And like that defense is definitely scary. 27 points. It's hard to stop Tom Brady, right? It's hard to stop Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, whatever. But I think that both of these head coaches with Sean McVay and Shanahan, right? They know each other all too well. They used to be on the same coaching tree back in Washington. So
that's right.
They're young, they're smart, they're both offensive minded. I think they're both going to come up with some ridiculous play calls that are going to, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be whoever scores last, right? It's going to be a shootout. I personally
think it's going to be a shootout.
I do. I really do. I think it's going to be a shootout because I think on the 49er side of things, just as you said, Garoppolo is a so-so quarterback, right? He does what he has to do. He's not a spectacular quarterback by any means. So what they live and die by is the offensive scheme and creating plays to get balls in certain people's hands. Right. So Deebo Samuel is going to have 100 yards rushing. And he's going to have like 30 yards receiving, but he's a wide receiver. Right. So I think that they're going to do a lot of misdirection, a lot of different types of play calls, a lot of, schemed up types of plays that you're not going to see, a quick out route or a quick, crossing route or something like that. You're going to see a lot of misdirection, a lot of different
easy for Garoppolo and just,
exactly. It's going to be quick little pop passes for him, or even like little shovels or like option, whatever, and they're going to do a lot of trick plays. But on the other side of the ball, I think McVay is just going to put the ball in the baller's hands, man. I think he's just going to say, you know what, Stafford, we brought you over here specifically for this reason.
Right.
Let that arm just fucking go, and I think he's going to let him sing.
I think
he's
Beckham
going to
has a day.
Beckham,
I think
Cooper Kupp, of course, is going to have his 8 catches for 110 yards. I personally think, but Beckham, you're right. I think he's going to be the X factor. Him and Jefferson, man, Van Jefferson. They're good. They're both. That's a solid trio right there. And then when Robert Woods comes back, I don't know what his contract situation's like, but that's a hell of a unit in there for wide receiver.
I know. Imagine if he was there. Well, they wouldn't have got Beckham probably.
They wouldn't have got Beckham. Yeah.
So
did you see that one? Did you see how much Odell Beckham's contract is?
No. What is
this
it?
year? So Odell Beckham Jr. told the Rams ownership that he wanted his contract to be paid over in Bitcoin.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So here it is right here. So on November 12th, Odell Beckham Jr. signed a deal with the Rams for $750,000. He announced that he would take that in Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was worth $64,293. Today, it's worth $35,400. So half,
dropping.
Right? So that deal is worth $412,000. Right? So he went from 750 to 412. Odell will be taxed because he lives in California, right? He'll be taxed 50%.
Get the hell out of here.
So that means Odell, as of now, has netted a $35,703 from the Rams contract this year.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Isn't that insane?
30 grand a year.
He's making less than what we're making a year right now because he took it in Bitcoin. Isn't that crazy?
Oh man, that's terrible.
Quick little plug. Figured I'd share
that's a great stat. I love hearing that. I didn't know that.
Crazy.
It's funny.
That's ridiculous.
You know what? If he's still playing hard, he just wants the Super Bowl. He don't need the money right now.
That's all. And he's playing well. He's got more touchdowns this season with the Rams than he had with the Browns all season. He was with them for the last 3 years. Excuse me. It's insane. So I believe that you're right there. I think people like Odell's going to be a big X factor tomorrow, and I think the Rams do end up covering the spread. I think they end up winning outright. I think it's going to be a Rams-Bengals Super Bowl.
I'm a Rams Chiefs guy. What do you think the score is going to be of that Rams
game? I think it's going to be something along the lines of, it's going to be like a 35 to like 21, 24, 35, 24, something like that.
Okay.
Rams win outright. Yeah. With the fact that they're limiting the amount of tickets that the Niners fans can get right now in SoFi Stadium is pretty funny.
I didn't think they could do that.
Based off zip code. I think they plugged it with like COVID. I think they did something with COVID.
Probably did.
Yeah, they said, well, based off of your zip code, you can only get X amount of tickets per player on the team. So per the amount of players that like the Niners have, right, on their roster, which is what, 53-man roster, they can only get like 6 tickets or 8 tickets per family, right? And then however, I think it's like limited to like 2 or 3 tickets per fan or something stupid. So that's crazy, but I like it. I want the Rams to win. I know the Lions get their pick, but honestly, I'm for someone like Stafford, man. He always was a great role model, and he still is. He's never been in the limelight for something wrong.
He's
always
a solid
been a
dude overall.
Yeah.
For sure.
And when he left, man, when he left Detroit, he actually donated. He has a Stafford community center there.
Yeah.
So him and his wife Kelly donated a huge portion of their earnings. It was like their contract for that season. It was like $3 million, $4 million or something like that. He gave to this community center.
Amazing.
And it's like an educational center with all the up-to-date like technology, like computers, smart boards, all that cool stuff. So
love hearing that.
I like people like that, dude. So I'll root for him. I don't care. A pick is a pick. What are you gonna do? So, all right, that about wraps it up for us, brother. That was I like doing these quick little videos like that. AFC Championship. You got the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow playing against the Kansas City Chiefs at 3:00. Coop Man's got the Chiefs, and he thinks they keep it within 7 point spread, but he thinks the Chiefs win outright. Yep. I myself think that the Bengals win that game. And then the NFC Championship, we both have the Los Angeles Rams beating the Niners and covering that 3.5 point spread. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please hit that subscribe button. Please keep hitting that follow button and start commenting all you'd like. We really do appreciate it. But this is Palermo from Foul Mouth Football with my boy Chris Cooper. Actually, I said that wrong. Chris Coopari, aka Cooper. Sorry about that. Signing off for Foul Mouth Football. We'll see you guys.
All right, guys. See ya. Thank you.